All right, so listen to this. You guys sent in a case, and it is full of mystery.
Oh, yeah.
It's the disappearance of this Dupont de Ligonnès family back in 2011.
Yeah.
On the surface, it seems like just a normal family, like fleeing to America.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Maybe witness protection, new identities, but
Yeah.
the truth is way more chilling.
It really is. It gripped France and the world when it happened.
Yeah.
It starts as a missing persons case, and
Yeah.
it just spirals into a story of hidden lives and unimaginable tragedy.
So we are diving deep into this one.
Okay.
We are looking at the Case File podcast episode, Case 129, the Dupont de Ligonnès family.
Okay.
And this one is crazy.
Yeah.
We're talking Xavier, Anne, and their 4 kids. Arthur, Thomas, Anne, and Benoit.
Mm-hmm.
What we're trying to figure out is, was Xavier a desperate guy pushed to the edge?
Right.
Or is there something more?
Yeah.
The evidence seems to point in one direction.
Yeah.
But there are enough twists and turns to make you think.
Yeah, for sure.
Are we missing something here? So let's start with the family. Like, before everything went bad,
Okay.
what was their life like in Nantes?
So you would look at them and say they're living the dream, you know, good neighborhood, kids involved in everything. Anne was really religious. She worked part-time at a Catholic school,
Oh, wow.
it seemed like.
And Xavier had that aristocratic background,
Oh,
though, right?
totally. Yeah.
Always trying new business ventures.
Exactly. He was always hustling. And you know what's interesting?
Yeah.
He was obsessed with American culture.
Oh, wow.
Route 66 country music.
Yeah.
He even tried setting up a business in Miami.
Yeah.
It's like he was already romanticizing this life across the ocean way before they disappeared.
Almost foreshadowing.
Wait.
So, okay, it's April 2011.
Okay.
The neighbors are starting to notice that things are a little off.
Yeah.
What were some of the red flags?
Well, it was the small things at first.
Okay.
The house was the super quiet, shutters were drawn. Nobody had seen the family car in days.
Oh, wow.
Friends and family started calling, no answer.
Mm-hmm.
And then those weird notes.
The notes on the door.
Yeah.
And then to
Yeah.
top it all off,
Yeah.
Xavier's letter shows up
Oh, yeah.
claiming that the whole family had to flee to America for witness protection.
Witness protection.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Like they're in a movie or something.
It sounds crazy, right? He's saying he was working with the DEA undercover. He was a key witness the whole 9 yards.
Wow.
He even gave instructions on what to do with all of their stuff.
But the tone is weird, though, right?
Yes. Very strict.
Like he's casually telling people to, you know, sell their cars and clear out their house
Yeah.
while he's off on this secret mission. It's just unsettling.
It's a huge red flag. And so the police started digging, and Xavier's story quickly falls apart.
Oh, really?
The DEA said they'd never even heard of him.
What?
And then all of a sudden, they uncover mountains of financial problems.
So not a wealthy family escaping danger,
No.
but a family about to implode.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the truth waiting for them under the terrace of their home was way more grim.
They found the bodies of Anne and all 4 children and the dogs.
Oh my gosh. Presumably while they were sleeping, right?
That's what it looks like.
And that detail that always gets me is the lime spread everywhere to mask the smell.
It shows a really disturbing level of planning.
Yeah,
This was not a heat of the moment thing.
right.
The way the scene was cleaned, the attempts to mislead everybody, it all points to premeditation.
So it sounds like we're talking about somebody that methodically planned every step.
It seems that way.
Wow. Okay, so now Xavier's obviously the prime suspect.
Right.
The police retrace his steps after the murders, and it's clear he's not just running, he's trying to disappear.
He is.
How did he manage that?
Well, he used his family's phones to send texts. He cleaned out their dorm rooms.
Wow.
He got rid of any evidence. He picked hotels that were known for anonymity, paid in cash, the whole 9 yards.
So every move was deliberate, it was calculated?
Very calculated.
This wasn't a desperate escape.
Oh.
It was a calculated disappearance. But why? I mean, what could have driven him to this?
Well, to understand that, we kind of have to get into Xavier's mind.
Okay.
We know that he was under immense pressure,
Okay.
debt, the potential exposure of his affairs, maybe even serious problems in his marriage.
Oh, wow.
And then,
This is where we get into like the scary world of family annihilation.
yeah.
Professor David Wilson,
Yes.
his work on this is just incredible.
He's amazing.
Can you tell us more about what he does?
Well, Professor Wilson is like a leading criminologist.
Okay.
And he spent years studying these types of cases. And what's fascinating is that these family annihilators often fly under the radar.
Really?
They seem totally normal.
Right.
Not the type to snap, But they act out of this distorted sense of control,
Hmm.
this belief that they are, quote unquote, protecting their family.
Protecting.
Yeah, it's scary stuff.
Which maybe that explains why Xavier went to these lengths to keep up appearances,
Right.
even that farewell letter.
Yeah.
It's like he needed to control the narrative,
Yeah,
even as his world was falling apart.
absolutely.
But the question is, where did he go?
Right.
Because for years, all we had were rumors,
Right.
unconfirmed sightings.
Mm-hmm.
Some people thought that he took his own life.
Yeah.
Others believe that he's hiding with help.
Right.
Maybe he's living under a new identity.
Could be.
I mean, remember that whole incident at the Glasgow airport in 2019?
Oh, yeah.
The false ID
Yeah.
that sent everybody into a frenzy?
Oh, yeah, that was crazy.
I mean, it just shows you how much this case still resonates with people.
It does.
Even after all this time.
Yeah, it does.
People are looking for answers.
Yeah.
But the truth, for now, is still out there.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where things get really interesting.
Oh.
We have Xavier's family
Right.
staunchly defending him,
Yeah.
claiming there's some kind of DEA cover-up.
Right.
Then you have people that look at the evidence,
Right.
say it's open and shut.
Yeah.
You know, it's important to acknowledge these different perspectives.
Absolutely.
His sister, Christine,
Yeah.
she actually ran a blog
Oh, wow.
where she presented evidence that was challenging the official investigation.
Interesting.
I mean, it is crucial to weigh evidence carefully
Oh, yeah.
and avoid jumping to conclusions.
Absolutely, especially in a case like this.
Especially in a case this complex.
Yeah.
So where does this leave us?
Right.
We've looked at the evidence, the psychology,
Mm-hmm.
the conflicting viewpoints, but the Dupont de Ligonnès case is still wide open.
It is fascinating, isn't it?
It really is. It's wild, right? Like you hear about a case like this, but when you really dig into what Xavier did,
Yeah.
it's like, you know, you're peeling back the layers of a really messed up onion.
Mm-hmm.
The level of planning is unsettling.
It really is.
It's just,
His actions were methodical,
yeah,
very deliberate.
yeah.
It wasn't just about, taking his family's lives. It was about erasing their existence.
Right.
Creating a new reality for himself.
Yeah, like a clean slate.
A clean slate,
It's
exactly.
like he was following a script. That farewell letter wasn't a confession or asking for understanding.
Right.
It was stage direction.
Yeah.
He was telling everybody how to play their part in his twisted story.
Yeah. Remember that whole thing about him spreading the false story about the family moving to Australia?
Oh, yeah.
Like he pulled the kids out of school, sent letters to their work,
Wow.
created this elaborate paper trail
Really?
to support his made-up reality.
It's like he was living in a fantasy world,
Yeah.
playing the role of, a man escaping to America for a fresh start.
Right.
But at the same time, he's burying his family under the terrace.
Literally.
It's insane.
It is. The dissonance is just mind-boggling.
And he was still talking to people after the murders,
Yeah.
using the victims' phones to text their friends.
I know, it's crazy.
I mean, that takes some serious detachment.
Yeah, and calculation.
Yeah, it's scary. Like he needed to control the narrative even from afar.
Yeah.
Like a puppet master pulling the strings
Yeah.
even after he disappeared.
And you know what? It worked.
Right. Yeah.
At least for a little while. Some people, especially his family, clung to the story.
Right.
They couldn't believe or wouldn't believe
Yeah.
that their brother, their son, could do something so horrible.
It's understandable, though, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, our brains are really good at denying things that make us uncomfortable,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to people we love.
Yeah. It's easier to grasp at straws to look for other explanations
Yeah.
than to face the brutal reality.
Absolutely. And that's where those different perspectives really come in.
Yeah.
You have Xavier's family
Right.
questioning the evidence, pointing out these little inconsistencies,
Yeah.
just desperately searching for some other truth
Right.
that would exonerate him.
Right. They're just grasping for anything to keep that image of the Xavier they knew intact.
His sister, Christine,
Yeah.
she was super vocal.
She was.
Her blog,
Yeah.
it was a deep dive into the case,
It was.
highlighting what she thought were flaws in the investigation,
Oh, well.
gaps that could, cast doubt on everything.
Interesting.
She brought up some good points.
Like what?
Discrepancies in the autopsy report.
Okay.
The physical challenge of digging those graves all by himself.
Right.
Xavier seeming so calm and collected
Yeah.
after the murders.
Yeah.
It's easy to see how these details,
Yeah.
when you're looking at it through the eyes of, a loving sister,
Right.
could fuel that belief that he was innocent.
Absolutely.
And then there's that email
What email?
he supposedly sent to friends beforehand,
Oh, yeah.
talking about potential accidents that might happen to his family.
Oh, wow.
Was he foreshadowing, trying to plant those seeds of doubt?
It's possible.
I mean, was he setting the stage for his defense before the crime even happened?
It's a fascinating question.
It really is.
About his psychological state.
Yeah.
Was he doing that on purpose? Laying the groundwork for a defense strategy?
Right.
Or was it this weird attempt to convince himself that what he was about to do was somehow okay?
Like, we're trying to find logic.
I know.
In the ramblings of a crazy person.
Yeah, you're trying to find reason where it doesn't exist.
I mean, whether you agree with her conclusions or not.
Right.
Christine's blog really highlights how complex this case is.
Yeah.
It reminds us that even when the evidence seems overwhelming, there are always those different sides. Human emotions.
Yeah.
Really personal things at stake.
For sure.
That cloud our judgment.
Yeah, it's a cautionary tale.
Yeah.
About the limits of objectivity even when you're trying to find the truth.
And it really shows you how much of a personal impact this case had.
Yeah.
It's not just some true crime story to dissect and analyze.
Right.
It's a real life tragedy.
It is.
That is still haunting the people involved.
Yeah, even if they find Xavier, the scars from this are never going to fully heal.
Yeah.
Never.
Which makes this case so fascinating.
It does.
So enduring. Even though there's all this evidence that seems to say that Xavier's guilty.
Yeah.
There's still that sliver of doubt that keeps the search alive.
Right.
Makes it hard to just move on.
It really does. It's like he's become this phantom, this enigma that haunts us.
Yeah.
The mystery of his disappearance is almost as compelling as the horror of what he did.
Every new thing that comes out.
Yeah.
Every unconfirmed sighting.
Right.
Every rumor.
It breathes new life into the case.
Yeah.
Yeah, it reminds us that some secrets might stay buried forever.
Yeah.
Some questions will never be answered.
Right.
And some wounds never heal.
Okay, but let's play devil's advocate for just a minute.
Okay.
What if he really did have help disappearing?
Oh.
What if there's something that we're all missing?
Yeah.
Some detail that explains how he just vanished completely.
Okay.
Remember all those theories about him maybe being involved with that secretive Catholic group?
Oh, yeah. That was a weird one.
Or maybe he used his business connections to make a new identity.
Right.
Slipped into a new life.
Yeah, where nobody would ever think to look for him.
And then there are all those alleged sightings over the years.
Oh, yeah. So many.
I mean, some were debunked right away, like that monk.
Oh, the monk that looked like him.
Yeah, case closed.
Yeah.
But then there are the ones that were never really explained.
Right. Those little glimpses of somebody that could be him.
Yeah.
And then he's gone just as quick as he appeared.
It's like he was never there.
Yeah. Just leaving more questions.
Those are the ones that get you.
Yeah, they really do.
Like that whole casino thing.
Oh, yeah. What happened there?
The guy matching his description wins big.
And
then just takes off.
Without the money.
Yeah.
That's so strange.
It's those little details.
Yeah.
Those whispers of what if.
Right.
That keep this case alive.
They do.
That fuels all the speculation. Makes it impossible to let go.
It's true. I mean, the human mind craves resolution.
Yeah.
And not having it is maddening.
I mean, it's just insane how many theories this one case has spawned. And each one just raises more questions.
It does. It's the hallmark of a truly compelling mystery.
Yeah.
This one has it all. A seemingly perfect family, a horrible crime.
Right.
And then, poof, the guy vanishes into thin air. It's crazy.
I mean, how?
It's like a true crime legend.
Yeah. And that vanishing act, that's what gets me.
Yeah.
How do you just disappear in this day and age?
Right.
Especially somebody like Xavier, who had connections and money and some level of smarts about him.
Yeah, that is the million-dollar question.
It is.
Some experts think that he planned this very carefully.
Okay.
Maybe even years in advance.
Like he was creating the new identity, stashing cash,
Yeah.
building a network, like something out of a spy movie?
Right, exactly. He could have been setting the stage for his disappearance all along.
Yeah.
Knowing that if things ever went south,
right,
he would need a way out.
Which, if that's true, it's terrifying and genius at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's premeditation on a whole other level.
To a whole other level.
But that would also make him almost impossible to find.
It would, absolutely. If he really did shed that old life, got a new identity, and started over somewhere.
Yeah.
Finding him would be like trying to catch a ghost.
Unless he messes up.
Right.
Makes a mistake or somebody recognizes him.
Right.
But after all this time.
Yeah.
It seems less and less likely.
It does. But can you imagine what that would be like?
Yeah.
You have to live like that, constantly looking over your shoulder.
Always afraid of being caught.
Afraid of being found out.
It's like a prison.
Yeah.
that he built for himself.
He did.
I mean, even if he got away from the law,
Mm-hmm.
he's still trapped
Right.
in all this deceit,
Yeah,
always having to watch his back.
it's true. Which brings us back to the question of motive.
Yeah.
Was it all about money and protecting his name?
Yeah.
Or was there something more?
Right, because there were those reports about problems in their marriage.
Right.
Rumors of affairs.
Yeah, could this have been a crime of passion?
Right.
A way to break free from this life that felt like it was closing in on him?
Or maybe, like, some people think he really did believe that he was protecting his family
Yeah.
in some crazy way.
Yeah.
That escaping to this new life,
Right.
even if it was all fake,
Mm-hmm.
was the only way to keep them safe.
It's a chilling thought.
It is.
To think that he might have justified this as some act of love.
I know. It's just a glimpse
Yeah.
into the darkest parts of the human mind.
Hmm.
How our brains can twist things
Right.
and make even the most horrible things seem okay.
It reminds us that the line between sanity and madness is
Yeah.
very thin.
It is.
And even the people we're closest to
Right.
can have secrets that we'll never understand.
Yeah.
Ever.
So as we wrap up this deep dive,
Okay.
we're left with more questions than answers.
We are.
Will they ever find Xavier?
Mm-hmm.
What made him do this?
Right.
Will his family ever be okay?
All right. Will they ever get closure?
I mean, those questions are probably going to linger for years to come.
Probably.
But one thing's for sure.
What's that?
The Dupont de Ligonnès case will always fascinate and intrigue us.
It will.
It's a reminder that some mysteries
Yeah.
might never be solved,
Yeah.
and some wounds
Right.
might never heal.
Never fully heal.
Well, there you have it. We looked at the evidence, the psychology, all the theories,
Yeah.
but the Dupont de Ligonnès case is still an enigma. We encourage you to keep digging, come to your own conclusions, and never stop questioning. Until next time, keep diving deep.